amplify the unrecognized voices of young people.
We advocate against the injustices faced by young people.
Like
bullying, teenage pregnancy, and substance abuse.
We also address matters influencing the lives of young people, such as
positive parenting skills, child-led initiatives, and children's rights.
Let's talk about matters influencing the lives of young people.
Ayibulabuleni.
Aribulele.
Ariambe.
Let's talk
Listen to the Amplifiers
every Saturday morning on Alex FM 89.1. Elevate your mind.
Ish, this song, man. Yeah, the song that was busy blasting your earwaves right now is Caveman by the one, the only Mr. I Did It When They Said I Could Not. Corner Prize, akarafamba kahle na yena Nick D. Bakarabako Caveman. The song was dropped under the iconic album which was dropped just 3 weeks ago and already it's approaching 500k views, and yeah, it's a very dope song. Like, it really speaks about like different eras. And then speaking of different eras, there's an era that just entered now. It's called the era of the amplifiers, the era of the young ones. And you're probably wondering, what actually am I listening to? Who am I actually listening to? Ganito fano ko siteke ko roena ngonanga. Poko na ponzi check insala siya mo siya wana matagang kari. 835 and alanda siya ramika shititimera ka shuko twe. Once you find out Jara Kamabutani is the man on the mic, and you know for a captain to be running alone, I need my co-captain who won't be crashing this plane with me. Mr. Nkumbule.
Yo, just like Muhluri already mentioned, the name is Unkumbule Faith Ramanala, well known as Phase in the Rams, and I'll be the co-host for today.
Alright, and then I have two lovely ladies here with me. But before I go to the honorary amplifier, let me start with our resident amplifier. Busy here rocking a fur coat jacket in this cold.
Hello everybody, this is your girl, Bakorimini Khuli.
Sure, and yes, we have the ever so lovely, a Miss Face of Gauteng 2025 contestant, Miss Galaletsang Lekalakala herself. Ma'am, over to you.
Hi, my name is Galaletsang Lekalakala, and I'm a semi-finalist for Miss Face of Gauteng.
Sure. So today we have a very nice and jam-packed show for you. So we're gonna be engaging on youth leadership and personal involvement. Yes, from So it's we're gonna be engaging on youth leadership and personal empowerment. Being that, as you know, on Monday we are commemorating the youth of 1976. So like we're trying to commemorate like the different eras. Being that they were the era of Sarafina. We are the era of Amapiano. You see? So two different vibes, but then all of us are kinda in one way or the other fighting the same struggles, right? Being that they were fighting against them not learning everything in Afrikaans, and then now we are the ones who are here busy struggling to get into that particular varsity, being that now a varsity is put on the pedestal. Like, you need a varsity education for you to be on the highest level, right?
Yes.
So we have we have Prince Max Boykie, who is a professional from Max Consulting Company, and he's gonna be chatting with us about how can we actually empower ourselves as young people. So, my people, are you ready to move?
We're ready to move.
Are you ready to move?
We're ready to move.
But then before we move, let's tell the guests that want to go in. Faith, over to you.
So you can get us on our social media platforms. On TikTok we are Theeamplifiers, and then on YouTube you can get us on the Child Human Rights Defenders, and on Facebook and IG we are the Amplifiers at AlexFM_89.1. Over to you, Muhluri.
And then as you know, all of us are here. Like some are children, and some just recently graduated from childhood, right? And then all of us are leaders in our own right. So I want to know from you guys, like, how do you think that children can actually become leaders, and actually not just leaders but good leaders?
So actually I would say that a child actually needs guidance in order to see how you manage these things, because if a child has guidance from someone who has experience about those things, so that person can actually teach that child as how to become a leader, and also a perfect and great leader.
I think children can get involved with school activities and youth groups that will help them build their skills and
Okay, that's very good. Yes, Galaletsang?
I believe that young leaders should, how children can become young leaders is believing in themselves and having people, surrounding themselves with people who can guide them. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. And I believe for one, it's actually like getting involved with those community initiatives, being that all of us are here because one way or the other, we're all involved in a particular community initiative, right? So I feel like by you getting yourself included, actually like with this squeeze in those community initiatives, you can actually like give yourself enough room for you to become a very, very good leader. Like I started being in the RCL in 2019. From RCL, join Save. From Save, look at me now. I'm now an ancestor. These ones are calling me the You see? So like what you have to do is just basically like just first take the first step, like start, because starting is the most difficult part. And speaking of starting, let me just go and drink some water because my throat is starting to itch. Remember guys.
Welcome back, and you're listening to the Amplifiers at Alex FM 89.1, and this is the second part of the show. Just in case you missed out on the first part of the show, we're speaking about personal empowerment and youth development. And just in case you didn't know, the song that was just playing is Ipanoi by Melo and Sleazy, which has just been released by like 2 months ago, but then it's already on 97k views on Shazam, and on YouTube is 23k views, to show that the song is a hit. And just in case that you need more information about us, or you need like to be taught more about what we speak about, you can catch us on our social media platforms. On TikTok we are the Amplifiers, and then on YouTube we're the Child Human Rights Defenders, and you can also catch us on IG and Facebook, which is Amplifiers _89.1. And let us dwell in further, because like they say, we learn every day. Let us continue raising awareness about youth development and everything. Over to you, Muhluri.
Thank you very much, my co-pilot. It's official about it there. Ipanoi Lama Amplifiers will fly a very, very long way, eh?
Yeah.
So, good people, I know, Nemitsem say an interview with Mr. Prince Max Boykie, who actually assists in leadership through mentorship. So Prince Max works with young people through coaching and consulting to build leadership and entrepreneurship skills. He believes every child can lead and is just leading themselves in the right direction. Good sir, how are you?
Morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's great. Yes, so being that I have two very, very formidable leaders and very relevant people with regards to empowering young people, let me start with our honorary amplifier. So Galaletsang, I want to know, like, what actually inspired you to become a role model for young people, especially girls?
I was inspired to become a role model for young girls, especially so that I can help them to build their confidence, to amplify their voice, because not young people, I'm not sure. So
yes, yes, most definitely. While you're still loading on actually what actually inspired you, right? Let me go to Mr. Prince. So like how does actually mentorship help a child like to unlock their leadership potential?
Yeah, look, I mean, the fact is that everyone is born with ambition. Everyone has inherent qualities, but it is the importance of, mentorship helps to provide the guardrails so that as you develop and as you grow within the confines of your gifts, your qualities, but also your inherent talents, you see. So anyone can be anything. You see very gifted people that end up losing direction in life, and that's not because of they intended actually to be to have it end that way. It is because of the most part they didn't have mentors, people that can help them to grow within the confines of the gifts and also the confines of whatever it is that the ambitions are. So mentorship helps to provide the guardrails.
Yes, and being that like mentorship actually assists in having the guardrails, it also like it boosts like it gives you that winning mindset, right? And you know like as soon as you can think about something, you can definitely achieve it. Like just have to put your mind to it, but basically, yeah. Hey, you'll forgive me. Today my English bundles are very, very low. I must call Telkom to charge them. So why is it important for children to actually like start thinking by like leaders now and not actually later? Being that I need to know like all of us, when we start like when we first like started with school, the first question they asked us is, what do you want to be when you grow up? But then eventually if I said I wanted to become a doctor, I would say yeah, but then I'll become a doctor after matric. So why should I start thinking like a doctor now? So I want to know like, why is it important for children to actually start thinking like leaders now instead of later?
I would say that it's not even about it being important. It is embedded within us. We have ambitions. As somebody has said, that we go into, we can see the future by imagining it, but also we are able to get to the future by development. So if I want to be a radio DJ, for example, I can imagine myself being that, but it'll take a process of being mentored and trained to eventually become it. So for kids that do think like leaders, that imagine themselves as leaders, like I said, it is embedded within every single one of us. Perhaps at one time you wanted to be this, but it is not just the imagining, and also you seeing yourself as a leader, or you seeing yourself as a DJ, that'll make you a DJ. It is a process of mentorship over time, which includes training and development. Yeah.
And you know, like in the black community in particular, there's a term that like whenever a child like steps up, but like when Nkuna, like
True.
Like I always being reminded that you are a child. Like for example, when they discuss the family budget, I'm not included.
You're not
but,
included.
But
Yeah.
I eat the food that they bought
Exactly.
in the family budget. You see,
So in other words, you can say they take decisions that need you to be involved without you actually being involved in those
yes,
decisions.
exactly. Like child participation is not actually prioritized,
practiced,
right?
yes.
And then that can actually like lead me to actually become like becoming a problem. Like for example, let's take it that mommy did not tell me that this year she got this month she got paid 2,000 rands, and then me now I see Air Force Ones, the 2.5. I'm like, mommy, I want an Air Force. You see, or mommy, I want an iPhone. You see, that's me like being a burden, being that she like she was not transparent with me, right? So I want to know like what can we do when young people say, but I am just a kid, being that like that mentality actually like the most like it's more like when someone calls you ugly every day, you'll end up believing that you're ugly, right? So like whenever someone keeps on reminding you that when you cannot achieve this, that mentality will stick with you, right? So I want to know like what can we do as young people when what can we do when young people say, but I am just a child, I cannot achieve this?
Yeah, look, I mean, remember the world of every child is a developing one. You know, you guys, I think the rest of the guys in here are still developing. I mean, I'm also still developing. And if you're developing, it means that there is, you know, your current reality is not really your lifetime reality. You know, you are here and you experience what you're experiencing here based on what you see at the moment. So if a child says, I'm just a child that cannot achieve, that he's speaking as a child. He is where he is as a child, but mentorship helps them to interpret that for them and help them to understand that yes, at the moment you are here and you define your reality based on where you are, but in essence you can be bigger than, better than, greater than, more than where you are today. You see, so it is normal for a child to say that, but it doesn't mean that we need to allow them to take that as their reality for a lifetime.
Thank you very much. I hope you heard that, young people. So, what advice would you actually give to a child listening right now who wants to make a difference either in their lives or in their community?
Look, I would still go back to mentorship. You know, I mean, the black community, and this is Alex, by the way. I'm sitting in Alex. It is my first time. I've heard a lot of stories about this community. I've done a lot of mentorship in townships in Soweto in particular. And so wanting to become a contributor to whether the morality of your community or make a difference, the first thing it is to have you. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of kids that don't have themselves, but they don't want to have an impact in the community. So the first thing it is for you to have you, to know who you are, to know what you stand for, but also to know your tribe, who do you belong to, and what set of values and moral codes this community or tribe that you belong to stand for. Because there are gangs, they also do recruit, they train, they initiate, and we have young kids that become gangsters. You know, but if it is that you want to make a difference, and I think maybe the question should have been positive difference, because gangsterism brings a difference, but it's a negative one, you see. Stealing also it brings about a difference, but it is a negative difference, you see. So you need to know, you need to have you, and to know what you stand for, and find a community or a tribe of people that do reflect the same values. And but more than anything, on a personal level, you need a mentor.
Most definitely. Yes, good say. Unfortunately, Ngaroina they go down. Unfortunately, Ngaroina like it's not enough. You see.
No, it is okay.
Yes, but I would love to actually to have him on one of our IG podcasts. Like it would be a very, very nice one. So let's just put that in the works. So so Mr. Max, where can actually people like engage with you? Where can they reach you?
Yeah, my number, I'm on Facebook as Boykie Prince. I would prefer really a contact. My cell phone number is 065 857 0005.
Okay, may you kindly repeat that?
065 857 0005.
All right.
I hope everybody has highlighted that. Everybody at home, make sure you take that.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Yes.
The question I wanted to ask is, how do you think social media and technology is improving to how it how do I put this? How it impacts the youth and leadership roles and stuff like that?
Yeah, look, we need to be very honest. This is media, but I'm also thinking that we need to understand this is regulated media. I was on radio for over 22 years myself. Just left last year. I didn't leave. I'm still on radio, by the way. So social media is a media. We need to know that this is media. So social media, with regards to how it impacts the kids, we need to understand that all of us who are on social media were never really trained on how to use it meaningfully and productively. And so it does groom kids to become what they didn't intend to become. So I won't really say that it does contribute positively to the development of the kids.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Boykie. So, Ms. Galaletsang, we also want to know where we can get you on your social media platforms. How can they contact you?
You can contact me on Instagram. It's __ Gala 2.0, and on Facebook, Galaletsang Lekalakala.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, my amplifiers. How was the show? Any last words?
The show was great. It was fire.
The show was fire, but then make sure you catch us same time, same place, and then you can also catch us on our social media platforms. We post every week to update you on what is going on currently in the world and how we can empower children and the matters that affect children currently. Catch us here.
Most definitely. And if you miss the show, you can actually hit up the show. Our YouTube page, Child Human Rights Defenders. You can catch us on Facebook at Amplifiers _LXFM 9.1. Catch us on IG on Amplifiers _LXFM 9.1. Catch us on TikTok, as you see me trying to break my legs there, on the _Amplifiers. And yeah, like the show was very, very nice. It was very, very good. So now we are about to hand over what is actually happening in our communities right now. And then remember, as I'm always saying, my amplifiers, knowledge is power and powerless if you got it and do not acknowledge it. Akamina, Muhluri Nkuna, let me hand over Then from there we'll hand over to the top 30 for them to like like for you to share your favorite songs and to see ukuthi ingoma yakho loyithandayo ehleli kuphi. And on that note, my people, let me love, let me leave you. Isonga beru soka singayeli swa leswa singayeli sha hlola. On that note, my people, nere tango.